Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Brandon. I am coming to you live once a week. I usually do this Saturdays. Yesterday I was pretty busy. But, anyways, the reason I'm coming live or going live is because I wanted to work on public speaking. Online stages are basically cheat codes to do that, right? Things that I've learned in the last month of going live. What's up, man? What's up, man? Things I've learned in the last month of going live. I move a lot. I think that's a nervous reaction. Last week, I did a very terrible job of saying and ah and like. Jeff, what's up, dude? I'll be at GrowthCon, man. I will absolutely be at GrowthCon. But anyways, last week I did a terrible job of saying ah, like. I made a post afterwards when I went live, and it was awesome because I asked help for guidance on how to stop saying ah, things like that, and you guys like absolutely just flooded the post with such helpful advice. It was very I was very appreciative of that. I loved it. So I haven't said yet. I'm actually trying to track it. I actually have a note right here on my screen that says don't say or ah. So I'm trying to be like hyper aware of that, right? Something to work on. Jeff, I'll see you there, brother. I'm excited to see everybody. 10X fam, what's up, guys? Excited. What's up, father? How you doing? So, anyways, I wanted to be quick. I didn't want to waste too much of you guys' time. I wanted to jump in something of value. Just give me something to talk about because while I'm trying to get better at speaking, this is this was a very beneficial topic for me as an entrepreneur, understanding psychology in buying, why we buy things. That was a very, very critical piece of information when growing and leveling up my business and things like that. Notice how I'm pausing a lot more and not saying it's a work in progress. Anyways, so buying psychology. First off, sorry, a little late on this, but if you're watching this on a replay, drop a replay. If you're calling in live, go ahead and definitely drop where you're calling in live from. I want to know where you guys are calling in from, where you're at in the world. I think it's exciting seeing people from all over the world connect on social media. I love it. Definitely fixing that as well, dude. Let's do it, Mark. Let's crush it, dude. It's all about growth, right? Growth is the only guarantee that tomorrow will be a better day. So, yeah, buying psychology. Drop a one if you know anything about buying psychology at all. If you study business, sales, anything like that, you might. You might not. I know people that don't really have a business and they know it. I know people that do have a business and they don't really know it, which I think is crazy. But hey, it's not their fault. If you didn't learn, you didn't learn. You can always learn. You can always grow and get better, but it starts with choices, being intentional, right? Virginia, what's up? That's awesome. Who do we have over here? Right on, Dallas. What's up, dudes? Right on, right on, right on. Let's do it. Anyways, so yeah, drop a one if you know what buying psychology is. Drop a two if you have no idea. So, buying psychology, right? Why we buy things. There's different aspects of where I can touch basis on this, but I made some notes, so I'm just gonna read this and then go off from there. But in buying, somewhere in the equation of you buying something, you need trust and proof, right? There needs to be some sort of trust and proof before you buy something. Okay. Also, when buying, the product or service must solve a problem, or you just absolutely love it. Okay. For instance, let me give you an example. People don't buy a drill because they want a drill. People buy a drill because they want a hole in the wall or a hole in something. Okay? That product solves a problem. Okay? Another example, people don't buy pens because they want a pen. People buy pens because they need to write things down. Okay? Little example. And this can be applied to anything, right? It could be any kind of product or service. a membership, maybe a subscription, healthcare, skincare, finances, real estate, you name it. It could be applied to anything. So it's critical to know that part, right? If you're in business, think, does your product or service solve a problem, or do you have a product or service that people will absolutely love? For instance, a pool noodle. Somewhere, I don't know who invented the pool noodle, but that guy or girl is walking around as a millionaire because they created a product that people absolutely loved. Right? It doesn't really solve a problem. I wouldn't really typically use that for a flotation device if I had to rescue somebody. But people enjoy it because it's fun, right? So it helps people have fun. They love it. There's emotional connection there, right? Okay, now building trust. This is huge. If you have a product or service, you need to understand that it's all about building trust and certainty with your prospect or potential customer or reoccurring customer, right? So you're the buyer, you're the business owner, you're the person selling a product. I'm gonna see if I can get this for all of you. But yeah, I brought a whiteboard so I can be kind of a teacher today. I don't know if Instagram can see this, but basically every prospect, potential customer is always down here at the neutral level, right? No exposure to anything that you do yet. When you're in business, you're trying to get an exposure first. You're trying to get attention. Hey, I'm out here. I'm in the marketplace. I have something that will give you value. By the way, the only way you make money in the marketplace is by adding value to someone's current reality. Okay? Health. If you are doing a business that involves health, and there's anything in health, it could be fitness, it could be wellness products, it could be yoga, it could be mental health, it could be anything, right? You first need to get attention to let people know you're even here. Okay? Get attention. Social media. Get out of obscurity. Hey, I'm here. Get attention. Now you got to expose somebody to your product or service. How it can solve a problem or why they should love this. Okay? So you have a exposure, right? And it's like tax. The job is to climb this ladder. Okay, we're going up. And I'm sorry, it's not like perfect. It's not like perfect. We're at 7 minutes. I want to be fast. Sorry. But your whole job is to build up certainty, because you, as the business owner, are up here. This is my terrible smiley face, but smiley face. But you are completely sold out on your product or service. And your job is to increase your potential prospect or your prospect and potential customer to be sold out. Your job is to get them to be as sold out as you. And what you're doing is building trust, proof, certainty, right? You're building trust, proof, and certainty, right? They don't need to be all at 100%, but there's a little bit of each one, okay? So first exposure. It could be, let's think of a brand or something that you would use often. Trying to think going off the top of my head. Nike. You didn't come out the womb saying you wanted Nike. You probably saw it 1, 2, 3, 4 times before you bought something from Nike. Each time you saw something was an exposure. It was a hit to appear. Okay? That could be a commercial. It could be an ad on social media. It could be somebody of your friends telling you. That's why word of mouth marketing is the strongest form of marketing, because you can see an ad. For instance, let's say you're into outdoors and this new company comes out with a new tent. You can see an ad for this new tent and be like, that looks cool. But the next day your best friend says he owns one of those tents and said it's the best tent he's ever had. There's a lot higher chance that your friend just sold you on that tent than the ad did. The ad got your attention. First hit. First hit. The next day, your boy moved you up the ladder, or girl, with that next exposure, right? But you have that relationship with your friend. Therefore, that belief, the certainty, the trust just went through the roof. Word of mouth marketing is insane. But typically, in sales, it takes 5 to 12 exposures, or we would call it follow-ups, follow-ups, to get somebody to this point, to the sold point, right? Sorry, I'm backing back and forth from Instagram and Facebook. 5 to 12. That's just how the numbers go. 1%, someone is interested from the jump as soon as they see something. So like 2-3% second exposure, 3 to 5 third exposure, and then it's like 10% on the fourth, and then from the fifth exposure, 5th to the 12th, it's 80% conversion rate. So that's important to know. If you offer a product, a service, a membership, a subscription, now you know your job is to just increase the speed of the exposure, right? If someone is exposed to something and it's been forever since they were exposed to it again, then they might lose interest, or they probably forgot. So your job is to increase the speed of exposure. That's why all these companies will pay crazy money for ads, affiliates, because word of mouth marketing is insane, salespeople to just straight up make cold calls, start knocking on doors. They just make it happen. By the way, salespeople just create their own economy because they're not afraid to just go talk to people. Everybody can create an ad. Everybody can pay somebody to create an ad. Not everybody can make a call because everyone's scared to make the call, right? Just like it's scary to hop on this social media live. Getting past the fear is part of being entrepreneurship, and that's one of the things. That's a tangent, by the way, but that's one of the things I've learned, and I love it because I've just been seeing growth. But anyways, exposure, keep it up. That's why you buy things. Anything you've bought, you've had multiple exposures before you bought it. Very rarely you saw something once or heard about it one time and you bought it. And exposure doesn't necessarily just need to be in front of your eyes too. Let's say it's a free sample of like a pretzel spot. You had a free sample before you decided to buy. That was an exposure before you bought, right? So anyways, real quick, hope you guys are having a great day. That was basically, do I have anything more? Kind of cap it out, but to end it, if you understand the mind, then you understand people, right? That's why psychology is important, but especially if you're a business owner, an entrepreneur, into sales, if you can understand buyer psychology, it will help. Now that was a very brief, basic, like real short, brought you some value. It's 12 minutes already. I want to be a lot shorter because I think my last call was like 20 last week, 20 something minutes. But I hope I brought some value, and you guys are having a great night. It's a Sunday. Keep crushing it. And sorry I didn't have too many calls to action. I just wanted to put that out there. But let's crush it. If I brought value, drop a 3. If you learned something today, drop a 3. I would love that. And let's keep crushing it. But that's about it, y'all.